What's the hype about the Hype Synth? Hello guys, welcome to the studio. Today is a beat making day, and yes, we're going to be taking a look at something different. So now, henceforth, when I'm going to be making my beats, some of them, what I've decided to do now is, you know what, instead of me to start making the beats and be using different plugin elements, I want to stick with one. Like, let me see what I can do with a particular plugin, so you can actually check it out if it's something that is useful for you or not. Do you get? Before you go ahead to buy all the plugins available on earth, why not just try and take a look at the ones you already have bundled with your device, and then see how best you can actually make use of them or maximize them. Take your time to listen to them, audition all those sounds. You're going to be surprised at what you come across. So with respect to that, what we're going to be doing today is we'll simply make a beat, right? Okay, point of correction, I already made the beat. I just want to do it kind of like a breakdown, right? But what I did was I only used a particular plugin all through, then I added some other beats into it. And what is the plugin? If you're looking at the screen right now, you are correct. It's the Hype. Now, what is the hype about the Hype Synth? Do you get? Let's talk about it. Starting point, if I go to sound, my hype is here, right? Hype Synth. Very, very interesting kind of plugin. It's got a lot of different sounds on it. So if you're not seeing my hand on the device right now, it simply means I have a MIDI keyboard connected to get to this device, and that is what I'm playing on. So what I will just basically be doing is just for us to sample a little bit, to audition a little bit, right? Click here, and I can use my jog wheel to scroll through while. Do you get? So actually, Hype Synth has a lot. It has a lot to offer. You get? Anyways, let's go back here. So what I've been able to do is, went back into, let me get out of here. Yeah, back to main. So back here, after I did my own auditioning, I was able to pick two that I think I like. There's the hip hop drum bright and then legato saw string. Yeah. What was I able to do with the hip hop drum bright? Let me see. Oh, yeah, I did. Which on the pad it might be okay, because to be on the third bank. Yeah, that's what I did with the hip hop drum bright. Let me play for you on a solo. Yeah, let's stop it. Then on the second track, I have my legato saw string, and I did something simple like, just kind of like, let me play that, let me just solo it, and then you hear it. To accompany the very first one. Now, just those two alone for me is enough to give me something, especially the first one. It's enough to give me something that will be catchy and get people's attention. Then, let them just continue, wondering, okay, fine, what else can we add? So, if I come to, let's go to the mix, right? So let's say I solo this. I solo the two. This is what you hear. That one alone is enough for me to lay my beat on, and that's exactly what I did. Once I got my strings, once I got that particular hook line in place, I know, okay, fine, anything I add on it now rocks. So let's stop this, and then I'll just play for you what I have done so far. Then I'll basically just break down how I was able to achieve that. Yep. Yes, so that basically what I just did was added, like trap kit anthem and then this purple trap kit 3. Use this and this. So while those other ones were working, I added this. And how was I able to achieve my own, the continuous snare that kept interchanging and timely? What I did was I basically used this sustain level. Let me show you. Did you see this particular guy? This part 3. In fact, let me just expand a little bit. Now you can see this first beat, 1 2 3 4, cut into 4. But the second beat, that's the second beat in the first bar, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Then on the third one, 1 2 3 4, and the fourth one, 8. How I was able to achieve that consistency of give me 4, give me 8, give me 4, give me 8? It is straightforward. What I just did was on the part 3, I enabled 16 level, right? And then I know where the 4 is, I know where the 8 is. So while it's playing, I hit my 4 and I hit my 8. Do you get? So like I said earlier, if you've seen one of our previous video where we talked about, basically what this is about in terms of when you're making the beat and you're using Ratchet here. Now, so I applied Ratchet to it right away, but then look at what I did. This is 1, this is 2, 2, 3, 3. This is 4, this is 4. So what I did was held 4 here, held 8 here. So while it's playing, because I know that my kind of like maybe my shakes or my snare, the very, very soft one, or the hat that I want to apply this thing to, this Ratchet to, I want it to be consistent across board. If I'm not adding anything called swing that can change it a little bit, I want it to be consistent. And in the likes of that, what I decided to do was, you know what, I am going to actually just use the Ratchet that is here within the 16 level, because I know it will definitely be on beat. It will divide across the beat for me, and that means I will not miss anything out when I'm switching. So with this one, I don't need to press and hold. I just press and know that yes, that entire beat is chopped into that particular amount of number for me. The same thing with the other one. So that's why I was able to use it, and then to achieve 4 here and 8 here, 4 here, 8 here. I didn't go to start using Ratchets from the maybe the sequencer or the grid view to start dividing each of them into 4 or 8. No, I didn't stress myself. While the beat was playing, that's what I did. That's what I was able to get. Now stop. Now let's talk about this guy. Let me go to track 4. Yes. Now, but the thing is, with this guy, this particular one, your pad 6. Here, because if you can hear properly, okay, so let me just, I think what I've been doing so far is I've been playing for you the first 2 bars. If I play for you the 4 bars in full, you will hear this is different at the other 4 bars. So let me do that, 3, 4. Let's just listen to it. Hear this, then hear the last one. You get, this kind of has like a breather in between, and then this, everything is together. Now, you might not be able to achieve this like fully efficiently if you are using maybe Ratchet to say, let me just cut, especially if you are in your 16 level. No, you can't achieve something like this in your 16 level. Why? 16 level, once you hit it, it applies to your entire beat. So you cannot achieve something like this. If you say, oh, you can also go into your maybe grid view or your step sequencer to say, let me try and get something like this. Yeah, you can, but it will take you more time. I just went the old way here. Basically, my note repeat did that for me. So because I know what I want, and I could easily just let note repeat do it for me, and note repeat will repeat for me based on my, me initiating that particular MIDI event. So if I take my hands off, it stops, right? Leave it there, it stays. So what I did was, I think for here, 1 of 8, for here, maybe like 1 of 16 or something like that. Yeah. Or 1 of 16, 1 of 32, one of the two. Let me check. Not repeats on 6. Exactly. So it's 1 of 16, 1 of 32. Then the other one. So what I did was, while it was playing, I just held it on 1 of 16 to give me the first one. Then I switched to 1 of 32 to give me the other one. And I know when I want it to go in and come out. Let's do that. I did. Oh, sorry. That one was 16. So here, I did the 1 of 8 here. You get 1 of 32. Here. One of 32. One of 16. And basically that's what I was able to achieve, what we're hearing right now. So you can see, just bringing together different elements, and don't mind all the other things you're hearing. Those are supposedly vocals, right? Back home, vocal samples. I just put some 1 or 2 samples there that I infused in there. Oh, you might not hear some because this note repeat is still on. Sometimes I forget that. Do you get? So just some samples I already put here, like vocal samples, and then I applied it right on the beat, and that is basically why and how you're able to hear the lovely beat you're hearing right now. Can you let me know if you feel the beat is dope or is whack? But anyway, what I'm just trying to tell you is what I did today on this particular beat making session is to try and say, henceforth, I want to be jumping on each of these plugins. That's the main reason why we're here. I want to be jumping in on each of these plugins one by one, and then let me even see what they are about, if they are what they keep, or probably just delete them and go and buy another one in the markets there. But I can assure you, and I can tell you right here, Hype Synth, it's got a lot of, of sounds to offer, and I will advise you try and take your time to audition it, stick more with it, and you are going to get the best out of your sound if you actually thoroughly take a look at it, proper auditioning of the Hype Synth. So what's the hype about the Hype Synth? I think it's not overhyped, it's worth it. So that'll be all for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. We will see you in the next one.